For the last 3 years, we have been having strategy sessions every year, and these are backdrops for our planning for the year. In 2007, we started the first one, and it was called the Future Direction, and this was held in Goa. That was the first time when DNV Consulting and DNV Certification merged together globally. So this gave us a chance to relook at our strategy in India. Subsequent to that, in 2008, we had the session in Hyderabad, which we called it Position to Action. And now, today we are having the session here in Chennai, and we are calling it Action to Leadership. These sessions are extremely important because they bring the organization together, it energizes the people, and also brings alignment to our plans and strategies which we will implement throughout the year. So the sessions today, what we have planned is, actually my team has worked very well. Rama, Sunita and the support team has worked very well to organize this session. We will start off with a session called the All on Board, which means basically communicating the DNV strategy to all our employees.
So our base of entire service, whether it is tailored service, inspection service, assessment service, is MSc service. So we cannot really do away with lot of customers tomorrow that since they are low paying, we say that by choice we are going to alienate them and still build on our revenues, build on our market share. So we have to live with them. At the same time, we have to deliver services which are considered to be value-added so that they are willing to pay more.
What interesting point came out was that we can't be everything to everybody. So we have to be closer to the companies that matter. So we are discussing about the super brand companies in India. We are talking about being more valuable to the 100 BSE companies in India or the 100 Sri Lankan stock exchange listed companies. So when you become closer to these companies and build relationships, you are automatically leading because you are with the thought leaders of this country. So that is the way we can demonstrate ourselves, not again in terms of revenue or number of customers. So these kind of discussions took place here, which is the first workshop on this series of workshops, and I think it laid a very good foundation. It gives me great confidence to look forward to the outcomes from this exercise.
And also, we have to look at this relatively because when you compare this with other certification bodies, we are definitely far ahead. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, the biggest take for me during this discussion was that the people issues came up everywhere about people's competence, abilities. In the last discussions, what we used to talk was a person being productive, being made productive. Competence was meaning of making a billable hour. Now, over the years, I think it is changing. Today, the discussion was more about dealing with people through a value base, making him, not only mentoring him, making him productive, much more than that, that he becomes innovative, he changes his mindset. You know, there's so many things we discussed, and every value we had a people angle to it, which is the new people coming in, moving up.
What does each value mean to us? It means a lot. So we are not getting into where are we weak, where are we bad, where are we good and all those things. It means empowering as a responsible employee. That's what all those values stand for. It empowers as a responsible employee. A professional conduct guidance. It gives me a direction. It gives me a boundary for my conduct, and it gives me motivation.
The coaching, the tutoring, the mentoring, and the monitoring. These 4 areas, they need definite improvement.
My question to you is, are we here not trying to be holier than the Pope?
No, I think the core principles of our existence of integrity and value. So that is where we are stepping. We are going into corporate responsibility, social responsibility. In the future, we will be certifying companies in these areas on ethical dimensions. If we ourselves can't resolve this dilemma of what is the locus standi we have in the future. In the past, we may have done this, but maybe not in the future.
The most important task will be to come out with the action plan. That means internally within the groups we have to do some YY analysis and come out with the action plan.
So the action plan is to build a task force within DNV. let us see what's in 1 year, how many new recruitments have been done and what we have done it. Actually, we are still not addressing, we don't have very concrete planning, we do budgeting, but recruitment, selection, taking on board must be addressed, and it should be a top priority. I agree.
So how we measure it? I mean, is it the revenue thing that we are going to measure? But sometimes we have a recertification which affects us, because if you are seeing 1 year revenue with the other year revenue, it may be giving you a different picture, because sometimes there is a recertification. So is it only 1 year revenue is going to be measuring point, or we should be look at for the trends? And should we only revenue is a problem, or should we look at the profitability also? Because there would be high revenue, but they may not be the profitable customers.
We'll define the problem statements a little more with clarity. We'll have another team of people working, and we will come out with some 3-4 tactical programs. Now, one is we'll make a tactical plan as he said, business development, sales is a problem. We really do not know if sales are coming up or not. But sales doesn't mean only MSc sales or 9,000 sales. It could be in training. It could be he says you come to IPG and sell, you will get, then why are we not selling that? Maybe there's a problem. People do not know how to sell. We'll break this down into certain 5 or 6 tactical programs. We'll implement them in the course of the year and get that done.
DNV, the philosophy of conducting such type of extended management meeting is unique, and I really had a very unique experience here.
Some of the best practices that the zones have followed in terms of customer initiatives and internal improvement initiatives, they are going to enlighten us with those, we are going to learn from them. It's more of sharing and learning rather than competition.
We started our journey on the 25th of March 2008 with the presentation of credentials to the T-board.
And then we assigned the key customers over there, key customer managers over there.
And our entry started with a small presentation which we made to the ACCA.
In fact, somehow though we are dealing with all the major IT companies, the top 5 men, the strong DNV brand, as well as the platform that we offer to them in the reporting structure.
It was a wonderful program. You see the things which we discussed over there, strategic plan and the technical plan. You see, there were many things which were not clear earlier, right? All on board program. So there were many things which are not clear, which has now after these 2 days.
It was very interesting to have a team of over 40 managers, including Group 4 and Group 3 from DNV in India, to assemble together and come to a common platform to discuss the key issues on DNV.
I'm actually pleased with the outcome of the meeting. The last 2 days session, certainly it has energized the whole team, as you could see from the session. People were very frankly putting up issues, discussing and thrashing out the points which came and coming out of the common understanding. I mean, that's a very important aspect of it. Some of the outcomes that came out of the various discussions were also very interesting. As we are transforming ourselves, what is important to understand is the fundamental challenges which came in is one of the outcomes, I believe, is creating this new talent transformation focus. That means having a special function which will help in accelerating the change of our auditors to meet the new challenges. So I think that is a very good outcome of this, one of the conclusions which we came out. Similarly, the management of key customers. It's become a complex thing that we have to balance between local priorities and key customer priorities. And we need to have this external outbound approach more robust. I'm very certain that despite the recession going right now, and in fact it has proven already that DNV has not become so impacted by this. Our growth has been significant, and moreover in these difficult times customers are coming to serious companies like us more than ever. So it reinforces the fact that we have got a very bright future in India, and with the enthusiasm you see out here, I think this meeting is a success from my point of view. Thank you.